All right, everyone, welcome back to the Brad and Kyle channel. And today I got Mr. Daniel Puerto here. He's a great friend of ours. And today we're going to be talking about the setup and where all your body parts should be. Stay tuned. All right, so this video actually came about because Kyle asked you, Daniel, what's one video that you want to make, and you just like lit up. You had an idea, and so I just want you to take over. I'm not going to say much. This is Daniel's show, so we're going to talk about the setup. What do you got for us?
Grab your ball, get set up facing the wall. Okay. Whenever you do this at the bowling center, please don't face the wall. Please. Just do your setup normal. Imagine the pins are over there. Okay, perfect. So this video is going to take a little long, and we don't want Brad sitting there trembling with his heavy bowling ball. So now that we've seen it, I'm going to trade for a light bowling ball. There you go. All of Brad's accomplishments on tour with an 8-pound house ball. You can take your thumb out of it if you want. There you go. All right, do your normal. Okay, so from the side view, this is what I want you to pay attention to. If you look at the upper side of the arm for Brad, it is following identically to the spine. It's exactly on the same spot. Often we see bowlers starting with the elbow forward. That's not what we're looking for. We want to see your elbow right on your side, next to your lower rib, the upper side of your arm following your spine, right? Go ahead and look up. If you notice from the side, his nose is almost right on top of the bowling ball, just from the side view. It doesn't mean I'm asking you guys to do this and get your nose ahead of the ball. It simply means that by having your nose on top of the ball, it gives you that little bit of spinal tilt forward. Why are you laughing, Kyle? Brad's faces.
I'm all serious.
All serious. Go ahead and assume your position. So here's the other thing to notice. Look at his feet. They're actually in a very even spot. We see a lot of league bowlers that come to me at a session and start like that. Or they start, can you see my feet? Yep. Awesome. Or they start with one foot behind the other, right? We don't want to have to take a step around the left.
Yeah.
And we also don't want to have a setup in which our feet are very far apart. Very far apart feet always tells me this bowler is about to take a big leap to get started. When we start bowling, we don't take a leap, right? We just take a step.
It almost just seems uncomfortable just to kind of stand like that.
It's uncomfortable to you because you're a professional bowler.
Well, it just seems a little unnatural.
To most of us humans, it's different.
Okay, I guess I worked on this a few times.
You worked on this a few times. Here's another one we see all the time during our coaching lessons. Take a look at his knee bend. It's really not a bend. It's more of a flex, right? We don't want to start like this. Can you imagine if you bowled a whole 10-game block doing this?
It just, you wouldn't be able to walk comfortably. Like your approach wouldn't be comfortable.
Yeah, you simply want to straighten out your knees as best as you can, as much as you can, and just drop them. Just give it a drop. Nice and comfortable, soft. All right? And last but not least, the hand position. The hand is under the ball. The left hand is under the equator of the ball, some. If your left hand is above the equator of the ball, that means your left hand is not holding any weight. So we want the left hand a little bit under. And lastly, the wrist. We're not looking for that. Most players don't want to start like that, and we're not looking for that. Somewhere right in the middle. Don't overdo your wrist. That's the #1 injury in bowling. I'm sure you guys talk about that all the time.
I'm feeling it.
Yeah. So you don't want to start that way and overextend your wrist, particularly because most of us, we start like that, we get to the top of the swing and we lose it anyway. It goes away. So, all right, now we're going to show from the front. Go ahead and face the camera. Okay. All right, as a coach, here's what I'm looking for. I want to see the bowling ball in between his nose and the outside of the shoulder. A perfect way to look at where to place the ball is so simple. The curvature of the shoulder with the curvature of the ball. Those two right there together. That's a perfect way to always know your bowling ball didn't start too far right or too far left. Simply match the outside curvature of the ball with the outside curvature of your shoulder. And lastly, from behind, turn on. Okay? This is another great ticket point. If I'm your coach, I don't want to be able to see the ball. You notice that? That means that the bowling ball is lined up perfectly with you outside of the shoulder. Give me the ball back.
That was a good idea on the 8-pounder, by the way. Whew.
I know, I told you. You're going to be standing there for 4 minutes with a 15-pound ball in your hand. All right, everybody. That's what I got for you on the setup. I hope you enjoy it.
You know, and that's really interesting that, like, a lot of the things that you said is, like, just kind of be in the middle. Don't be extreme one way or another. And honestly, like, if you do make that journey in being a younger bowler and you get to the point where you're bowling on tour, that process involves a ridiculous amount of games, tournament games. You're going to be bowling 16 games a day sometimes. You're going to be bowling. And you just want to make it as easy as possible to get up there and go. You don't want to have anything that you wouldn't, like, if you were just standing there holding a ball, you want it to feel normal, because that just makes game by game just the whole journey so much easier. It's just, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense to just have these outliers of body positions, because when you're looking for a pretty standard good foundation of a bowling swing, you know, this is where it starts. You know, if you start out here, then it's going to be hard to get everything back in line as you start walking. So that's why the setup is.
And here's a bonus tip. So a lot of people tell me, how high do I hold it, right? And there's the old ways. Oh, yeah. Hold it higher, throw it harder, hold it. Not necessarily. It's all about your timing and tempo, and your speed comes from your legs, not from your arm necessarily. But in order to know exactly how high or low to hold it, do this simple exercise. Throw the ball up in the air and catch it right in front of you. Put your feet, your weight on both feet. Wherever you would stop, that's where you should hold it. That's where naturally your body wants to hold it.
That's really interesting. I've never done that before.
Mm-hmm. I'd never done it either. Like first time.
All right, everyone, thank you for watching that video. Daniel, I think you did a great job explaining just like the importance and how simple a setup can be. It's amazing.
Keep it simple.
It's so important, but yet it's so simple in the same time, and it can really benefit you on your journey up. Guys, if you're really interested in some good coaching, my man Daniel here has an opportunity for you guys. If you're interested in getting a private lesson from Daniel, click the link below. I think you'll really find yourself in a much better position, knowledge-wise, just as a plan moving forward, if you do that. So Daniel, I want to thank you for being a part of this video, man. Great tip on the stance. And thank you guys for watching the video.